have to ask then, what was the conversation like with Michael Jordan after the "he punched me, I punched him" segment that aired on The Last Dance?
Well, we have not spoken since the Last Dance came out. I haven't talked to him probably in a year or so. Just because that's, it's kind of the routine, maybe we see each other in Charlotte, when the Warriors play there, or maybe at a golf tournament or something. But, so we haven't really talked, but, at the time, when all that stuff was going on, that was just, it was a big part. And I think the documentary covered it a little bit. A big part of playing for the Bulls was you had to stand up to Michael's presence and intimidation. It was just part of the way he tested everybody. And if you stood up to it, you were good. So that's basically what happened with us. He pressed me, and I stood up to it, and we were good after that. And he trusted me after that. And so kind of an indoctrination, I guess.
And Michael said that he felt bad after that. And I'm curious, I wonder if in a way that gelled your relationship. Could that have been the impetus to turning that around? You said, that he reached out to you afterwards. Phil has gone on the record saying that he felt bad about it. You felt that you had to stand up to him. So in a way, it could have been a turning point.
Oh, for sure. And I think that's the thing that's really maybe the most unique thing about that team and about Michael's leadership style was that you either passed the test or you didn't. He put a lot of pressure on people, and it was not light and enjoyable. Every day we practiced a lot harder back then than we do today. And I'm not. I hope I don't just sound like the old guy, who's saying, things were tougher back in the day. It was just more the style, and you had more breaks where if you might have 3 games in 4 days, and then you'd have 3 days off, so you'd get 2 really good days of practice. Today, it's pretty much game, day off, and most of our practices are really pretty light. So back then, you scrimmaged a lot, and Michael would go so hard in those scrimmages. He just set a bar that was incredibly high that everybody had to live up to, and it was one of the reasons our team was prepared, every year in the playoffs, because he set that tone every single day.
You think the NBA, and we have one more minute with Steve Kerr before he goes back out to blow the whistle, is the NBA better or worse for the change in the aggressivity of those practices?
Boy, that's a good question. I do think I know every coach feels great about getting a couple of days of practice in. But the trade-off is that, the league has figured out, along with the players over the last few years, that, playing 6 games in 9 days is not healthy. And that's what we used to do. And that's what gave us the practice days, because then you'd have this 3 or 4 day break. So you take a day off, and you have like 2 great practices. Those great practices were really beneficial back in the day, and I would love to have that with our team. I think you can make really big strides, with great practices during the middle of the season. But the league has done a great job of not stacking these games together and having the players' health in mind, and so that's why our schedule is so different, and now we pretty much just play every other day, and it's much healthier. Coaches miss the practice time, but we're also getting our star players who are accumulating all those minutes. We're getting them more rest in between games and not stacking up those back-to-backs. So it's just the compromise that we're dealing with.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.